Hey watch lovers, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers, and today I have for us two of the newer Omega Seamaster 300M models. On my left is the stainless steel with the Milanese mesh bracelet. They're both stainless steel. I don't know why I said that, probably because looking at the rubber. And on my right is the same watch with the rubber strap that comes on a deployant. You don't have to opt to buy the deployant separate. This is one you can get on the deployant on the rubber strap. So again, these were released a couple months back. I guess it hasn't been quite 6 months. Maybe it has. My memory sometimes is not as good as I'd like to think it is. But I got to tell you, these are fantastic. So let's go over the specs. And I should tell you too, there were 3 released. I believe there was a 2-tone that was golden green. You had the all black model here. And then you also had a all silver kind of very monochrome look with a, I'm not sure if it was a stainless steel or platinum bezel, but again, all the look of a silver. As soon as I get those other ones in inventory, in stock, I will certainly review those as well. These just came in today, Friday, February 7th. So I'm actually reviewing these before they hit our sales floor. But again, wanted to share them with you. So case dimensions on these, again, very similar, if not identical, to the ceramic bezel insert, ceramic dial options. Again, 42 millimeters diagonally across the case, the same 42 millimeters across that bezel. You do have an aluminum bezel on this one, a matte aluminum bezel, compared to a polished ceramic on the other 300. Yes, I will do a video comparison with both of them as soon as time allows. And as a matter of fact, I think this would be a great review comparison to the Black Bay monochrome as well, both with the brushed or matte aluminum bezel. So I'll get those on the way for you. But again, 42 diameter across, 42 millimeters across, 31.2 across that crystal. You have a 13.8 millimeter case thickness, 49.6 lug tip. It's a lug tip. You have a 20 millimeter lug width that tapers to 18 here at the deployant buckle. Again, I have this sized for my wrist. I guess we'll talk about that now. So I know some folks, depending if you have a sub 7-inch wrist, have complained or have mentioned about the bracelet puckering a little bit, this mesh bracelet on wrist. And I can tell you it does on mine a little bit as well, but it doesn't bother me from a fit and comfort perspective. I'll show you that here in a second. You do have an exhibition case back housing the Omega caliber 8806, no date. So it's again something else on this dial. If you didn't notice, there is no date. Very aesthetically pleasing and balanced to my eye. I know some of you guys need that date. I personally prefer not having it. 55 hours of power reserve, signed screw down crown. Again, 300 meters of water resistance. The biggest thing I would say, other than the matte dial, the aluminum, the dial and the bezel insert aluminum compared to the ceramic model, both laser engraved waves though. These waves are not as noticeable as the ones on the ceramic. They are thinner and in some light, like here, you really can't even tell they're there. But when it hits the light just right, you can see them, they're still there. I love it. I'm a huge fan. I'm just going to tell you right now, I prefer this over the ceramic. As soon as I opened it up and saw it, I was like, yep, this one's it for me. The other thing I really like is the mesh bracelet the whole thing weighed in at 155 grams. I went back real quick, looked at some prior videos. I've weighed the bond style bracelets on the ceramics at 195. So you are losing 40 grams in overall feel and weight and heft on wrist. So again, another reason why I do prefer this. But I got to be honest, we got to talk about some of the negatives. And if I'm going to talk about the negatives, I guess the one negative that I found was looking at the price. This on the mesh bracelet, $6,500 if I'm not mistaken. 62 on the rubber. I know that was for sure. And let me pull up here real quick. Yes, $6,500. Wanted to make sure I was speaking correctly. So you're looking at a $600 premium over the ceramic model. And some would argue that the ceramic is nicer or higher end materials in the bezel, in the dial, the bracelet, both stainless steel. Again, I have zero idea, and literally zero idea what the production cost would be of this bracelet over the bond style bracelet. But there is a $600 premium on this watch. And I would still pay it just because I like this watch more. For me, that's me. Some of you guys are going to disagree with me, and that is okay. I am just happy they make them all. The more the merrier, and hopefully everyone can find exactly what it is they're looking for. If I am being picky, I would take this in 40 millimeters, 39 or 40 millimeters, gang, and I think these would sell like hotcakes. But again, more comfortable on my 6 3/4 inch wrist than the ceramic. Let me throw it on my wrist quick again. I have this bracelet sized, maybe a little tight, maybe actually would go one notch less, we'll see here. But what I was trying to tell you is there is a little bit of puckering. You can't really even tell. It's right here. I don't know if you can tell, a certain light there, or certain just the way I roll. That does not bother me. I know some people on the No Time to Die or the anniversary edition have asked about getting a smaller mesh bracelet. They do make a smaller. This is the standard size that comes on the watch. To my knowledge, they make a smaller and a larger size. For my 6 3/4 inch wrist, I would wear this. That little pucker does not bother me, and you can see I still have 2 spots that I could move this in. So I'm sure the smaller version probably would fit. Maybe there won't be that little bit of a pucker, but this does not bother me. Give you some bezel action quick. And let's throw the rubber strap. Again, you can get this on the deployant. Don't have to order separately. Rubber strap feels great. And I did weigh it on the rubber strap, 119.6 grams. I think it's just a few grams heavier than the Tang style rubber strap on the other one, which is probably just because you have the extra steel on the deployant. Again, so very, very comparable, feels very similar to the ceramic on the rubber strap. So as always, greatly appreciate you viewing. If there's anything I can do for you, anything at all, please let me know. And again, I'll have reviews of these coming in the future. Let me know what you think. Do you like these new no-date aluminum bezel versions more than the ceramic on that Bond style bracelet? So interested to hear what your comments are. And as I get the other ones in stock, I'll certainly review those as well. Thanks again for viewing, and we'll see you in the next video.